Hey, it's Tony with Northwest Van and Adventures. Hey, we've been off the channel for about a year now, and anyway, our van, the Green Machine, it cracked ahead on a trip to the coast, so we stopped driving it for a while, and instead of putting money and time into fixing it right at the moment, we decided to go a different route. So we went ahead and purchased a tent trailer. And the tent trailer is a whole different camping altogether for us because we're used to the van. But I've had a few health issues, and with my eyesight, double vision and stuff, it's not safe for me to drive at the moment. So anyway, my girlfriend is driving a 01 Explorer Sport Track now. And let me show you that. This is the tow vehicle for our tent trailer. It's an 01. It has about 100,000 miles on it. Has a 4-liter V6 in it. And it's a purpose-built vehicle, so it's capable of 4x4 and towing vehicles just fine. It's we added a car top carrier to it for a little bit extra cargo area. And anyway, this is the van, or the vehicle, the tow vehicle that she'll be towing the new, well, new to us, tent trailer around with it. So let's take a look at the tent trailer. It's fairly nice. We went to Portland to get it. We found it on Craigslist. A lady had it up there. She decided that she was actually going to go and get a trailer instead of using her tent trailer. So anyway, she put this on Craigslist, and we seen it, and just the history alone, you know, she was the second owner. It was in storage like for 10 years before she got it. She used it a few times, and then, like I said, she wanted to do camping in a trailer. So anyway, when we found it, we hopped right on it because it was one of those things that, you know, when you see a good deal come up like that, you better go check it out right away, otherwise it'll be gone. So we got a good deal on it. Has good tags on it still. Has brand new tires. She had the wheel bearings packed not too long ago, and that's a big issue with tent trailers and any vehicle. You know, keep good tires and you know, keep your bearings packed, because you don't want any of that going out on you when you're on the road. Anyway, take a look at this thing. It is a Rockwell Freedom 1640 LTD. It's probably one of the smallest tent trailers that they make. And that's kind of what we were looking for to tow behind this sport track, because anything bigger would put a load on the brakes, and it'd be a little bit more dangerous if we didn't have a bigger vehicle. But the 1640 weighs roughly about 1,200 pounds. When it's fully closed up, it measures about 12 by 7 feet. So it's a relatively pretty small tent trailer, but has a lot of nice features to it. This one here was equipped with a small roll-out awning, which works just fine. There's no holes or anything in the canvas at all. Rockwood, from my research, said they used the heaviest mill canvas in the industry. I don't know if that's true or not, but it is heavy duty, and it seems to be put together really well. Like I said, there's no rips in any of the canvas. All the screens work. Lots of ventilation in it. But anyway, we could walk around this thing and just kind of take a gander at it. Has a cute little door here. And it's light duty. It's nothing high dollar by any means, but for going camping and enjoying the summer, it's perfect. Now, this model had a 2-burner propane stove that actually slides into this bracket right here, and you can cook outside if you want. But we have our own little Holman stove and barbecuer and stuff, so we do most of our cooking outside. So the inside is mainly just for sitting and visiting and sleeping. So it has a small little furnace in it, which the lady that we got it from says that it works really well. It heats up real fast, and next thing you know, you're opening up the door. She says it'll run you out, but I guess you need it on some of the cold nights. But it's one of those things where during the summer you probably won't be using it a whole bunch. If you were using it in the fall, you probably use it more. But step inside this thing. To our right, we have a king-size bed, and this thing is, you could probably sleep 3 people real easy on this if you wanted to. It does have a small sink with a hand pump. Which, you know, you got to work for the water and stuff. See, the lady that we got this from, she didn't even put water in the freshwater tank, or even use the holding tank for the gray water. So all that's never been used before, and that's the way we're going to keep it, because we usually haul water and everything else with us in a cooler. But it does have a nice little Dometic refrigerator down here. It's not very big, but it'll cool down a few items if you need a refrigerator. It's a 110 and propane, which she says works really good on propane. So if you're off the grid, here we have a little dinette. And it also folds down into a bed. And for our Chihuahuas, we got 4 of them. I'm sure that they like to move around in the middle of the night, so there'll be plenty of places for them to sleep. And towards the rear of the trailer, we have a twin-size bed. Now, this is the bed I slept on last night. It slept really well. I had plenty of room. I was sleeping by myself, but anyway, plenty of room. Here we have another counter, and this is where the 2-burner propane stove would sit if you were going to cook inside. But like I said, we don't cook inside anything, because try to keep it the smells outside. But this is where it would sit. It has a quick disconnect coupler for the 2-burner propane stove. But here's all the cabinetry in this thing. Got plenty of storage in here. We bought some divider bins to kind of organize things a little bit better. Keep things from getting all scrambled up. And in here is pretty much where the wheelhouse is. There's plenty of storage in here as well. It goes underneath these drawers right here, and you could probably store, you know, wine or something like that in there if you wanted to, but you know, there's plenty of other things you can be storing besides alcohol. But here's the little tiny furnace that is in it. Like I said, the lady we got it from says that when she did use it, it would get so warm in here that she'd have to open up the door and let the heat out. But during the fall months, when it is really cold out, if you're out camping, these tent trailers, you can warm them up, shut down the furnace, get in bed, and by the time you get in bed and get kind of warmed up, the heat would dissipate through the canvas. So they don't hold heat very well, but that's part of being in a tent. It's just you get good ventilation, and that's just the nature of the tent trailers and tent camping. But it is different from camping in the van. There's a lot more space, and I think this is going to be a good transformation for us for the moment, because I don't know exactly when I'll be able to drive again. But if somebody wants to buy the old grain machine, I'm going to get it fixed up again and get it running, and if somebody needs a good camper van, I'm sure that one's going to be available down the road. So anyway, this is Tony, and we'll talk to you later.